Chapter 200, Spirit Land 1. I know. Nomological power surged out of San Shi's palm. The golden spear gave off a resistance, as if it was unwilling to be controlled by him. There's still some of old dog Yes power left inside. It will instinctively stop you from controlling it. You'll need some time to refine it. When Qiqianya saw the reaction of the golden spear, he knew that this person could not be Yi Wenzhong. Otherwise, the spear would not be like this. San Shi stuck it at the side and said, "How much is this compensation?" The value of these numinous artifacts is 10 times that of top-notch Dharma treasures. Therefore, I'll have to deduct your remuneration. How about 8 times the compensation? Lu Ju discussed. The more sincere, I also have treasures that are comparable to numinous artifacts. Even if that piece of spirit soul can't compare to this golden spear, it's completely worth 20 to 30% of it. This doesn't count as anything else. San Shi said coldly, "My Blood River Dharma treasures are already quasi-numinous artifacts. The Wisdom Tea Tree is also very valuable. With the addition of spirit soil, it's not too much to exchange for half a golden spear, right?" Ghost Butcher widened his eyes. "You're asking for an exorbitant price. Don't tell me we have to compensate you with 5 numinous artifacts. This doesn't count as other small things. No matter what, you have to compensate 5.5 more. San Shi shrugged. "You guys were quite generous just now, but now you can't bear to part with it." Lu Ju waved his hand. "You guys don't have to defend anymore. My heavenly ghost sect admits defeat." He did not deduct anything. Since this person was so powerful, if he could win him over, his future gains would definitely be more worth than this compensation. Sect Master Lu is so generous. San Shi realized that Lu Ju was quite generous. He had the temperament of an ambitious and ruthless person. With such a person as the sect master, the Heavenly Ghost sect would definitely continue to grow stronger. "We don't have any extra numinous artifacts. We can only compensate you with other things. How about we give it to you in batches? As compensation for the delay, I'll give you contribution points worth 6 numinous artifacts." Lu Ju did not lower the compensation. Instead, he added half a numinous artifact. However, he had to delay the delivery. In installments, San Shi frowned. He knew that asking for so many things at once would hurt even the Heavenly Ghost sect, so he did not reject it directly. "That's right. We'll give you contribution points. As for spirit stones, medicinal pills, talismans, cultivation techniques, divine arts, and other resources, you can use contribution points to exchange for them according to your needs. This will be beneficial to both of us," Lu Ju said earnestly. "Like this, you can continue to have all kinds of resources for a while and we won't be under too much pressure." San Shi nodded and asked, "If you have contribution points, you can exchange for anything, right? But some things will be restricted, but not against you. It's to ensure a certain amount of inventory," Lu Ju explained patiently. This made San Shi feel very comfortable. Lu Ju had never lied to him before, so he really had no reason to find fault with him. He nodded. "All right, let's leave it at that. I did some calculations. Based on the average value of a low-grade spirit weapon, the sect will give you 1.8 million contribution points. In our Heavenly Ghost sect, 1 contribution point is roughly worth a low-grade spirit stone. It's enough for you to cultivate for 1,000 years. Lu Ju smiled and said, "As for your items, I'll return them to you if they haven't been consumed. The items that have been used will be compensated equally." "How about it? You've arranged it so well. What else do I have to say?" San Shi pulled out the golden spear. "Where do I live?" Lu Ju said to Old Man Nightmare. Uncle Nightmare, arrange a high-grade cave abode for him. San Shi came to a cave abode at the edge of the ghost pit. The pure and cold spiritual chi turned into a foggy state, forming a sharp contrast with the cold wind outside. It was obvious that this was also a special blessed land. It was very suitable for yin cultivators. It was also not bad for people like him who were overly young. The density of the spiritual chi is 3 times that of the outside world. Even if the cultivation speed here is not increased by several times, it will always be faster than outside. San Shi muttered in his heart. This was the difference between having a faction and not having one. It was not easy for rogue cultivators to occupy such a place to cultivate. "Elder Blood Robes, are you satisfied?" Old Man Nightmare asked politely. "In the past, The blood robe, the old ghost, and he were both intersect elders and belonged to the same level. Now that he had advanced to Grand Supreme, his ability was powerful, so he naturally looked at him in a different light. That's right, this is the best cultivation place I'd ever seen. Sanshi readily voiced his thoughts and continued, I just need someone to order around. Where's my maid? Xiaoqian. He had been served by others since he was young. Usually, he needed someone to take care of some miscellaneous matters when he cultivated, so he naturally had to get a maid to come over. He just didn't know how Bai Xiaoqian was doing while he was sealed. Without him as her support, Bai Xiaoqian might be in trouble. Your maid is quite talented. An elder took a fancy to her and took her in as a disciple. I'll help you contact her. You can talk about it yourself. Old Man Nightmare smiled. Just take me there. I want to see her. Sanshi was prepared to understand Bai Xiaoqian's thoughts. If she was unwilling to be his maid, he would not force her. This is the restriction token of the cave dwelling. It's equivalent to a key. You can use it by refining it with your psyche power. Please keep it well. Blood-robed elder. Old Man Nightmare took out a white jade token and handed it to Sanshi. Sanshi gave it a try. After injecting his spiritual strength, he immediately obtained information about this cave abode. It was a little like the control hub of the security system. There was no problem with trying to control the array formation with it. Sanshi followed Old Man Nightmare to the cave abode area outside. This area is a medium-grade cave abode. The spiritual chi density is twice that of the outside world. The low-grade cave abode in the outer sect is only half of that.